guys, my name is Caitlin. I'm 27 years old. I grew up here in Greenville, South Carolina, left for a little bit, and I just moved back. I'm really excited that I Love Kickboxing is coming to Greenville right around the same time that I just moved back. I don't think that timing is a coincidence. I think I'm a great fit for this job. My love for working with people and helping them reach their fitness and health goals, mixed with my experience as a CrossFit coach, also working in a CrossFit for 2 years and then going on to manage a CrossFit gym, makes me the best fit for this job that you'll find in Greenville, maybe even in South Carolina. I'm not sure, but I don't want to go there yet. No, but in all seriousness, I really do feel most of myself when I'm helping people learn new skills or improve the skills that they already have. I really love that feeling you get when someone comes to you and they're so excited because they just got their first strict pull-up, or they PR'd an Olympic lift, or they finally fit into those jeans they haven't worn in years. That feeling is really what makes me love my job. It's what keeps me going on days when I don't feel so motivated, those cold, rainy days when I really just want to stay in bed. So that's why I think I'm the best fit you'll find for this job. Just a bit about myself and my fitness history. I've always been pretty active. I started gymnastics when I was very, very young. Started playing competitive sports like basketball and soccer when I was about 8 years old, and did that until I was out of high school. My love for fitness really started to grow when I lived in New Orleans, and my dad wanted me to have a little bit of self-defense experience. So for Christmas that year, he signed me up for Krav Maga. That was the first time I'd ever done any kind of high-intensity workout, and I absolutely loved it. I loved feeling strong. I loved feeling like I could defend myself if I needed to. And I loved the muscle definition that I was starting to see. I'd never seen that in myself before, and so that was really exciting too. A few years after that, I got really into CrossFit. I started working at Swamp Rabbit CrossFit in downtown Greenville for about 2 years. I started really pushing my body to do things I really didn't think I could do. I started pushing past my limits and seeing extreme gains in my strength that I was really, really proud of. After that, I went to Costa Rica. I got my CrossFit Level 1 certification, and I started teaching boot camp style classes on the beach for a group of girls that I came to love. I started there with nothing, and I built this community of fit-minded females that we had so much fun. To this day, they still send me pictures of them working out on the beach together. It's a lot of fun. I feel like that was my family while I was there. After that, I went to Houston. I started managing a CrossFit in Houston, and that was by far the best job I've ever had in my life. I loved working there. I kind of was given no direction when I got there, though. The owner was pretty hands-off, and it was kind of like, we need this done, figure out how to do it. And so that was exciting. I got to figure out how to put new systems in place, which was great. I coordinated a lot of events that were great for membership retention and community building, and I also ran a lot of challenges, which built a competitive atmosphere in the gym in a friendly way, so it was a lot of fun. That's kind of my fitness history in a nutshell, but my favorite part of working in this industry is actually teaching people new skills. So now I'm going to teach you the air squat, so let's go do that. Alright, so for the air squat, you want to have a good setup. You want to make sure that your feet are placed underneath your hips or a little bit wider or more narrow depending on how it feels for you. If it's your first time doing air squat, you might have to do a trial and error, see what feels good. You want your feet slightly turned out, not too much, but definitely not parallel to each other. And before we do anything, I want you to make sure your abs are turned on. This is very important. It's going to keep your core stabilized. It's going to keep everything in place while you're doing this. So abs need to be on throughout the whole movement. So I'm in a good squat stance. Got my abs on, always. First thing I'm going to do is send my hips back and down. So they're going back as if I'm reaching for a chair really far behind me. Then I start to move them down. As I'm moving them down, my knees are tracking out over my toes. So I'm not letting them fall in. I'm keeping them pushing out. I'm going to keep going down until my hip crease is below my kneecap. That's to make sure I get the full range of motion. So here, I'm at the bottom of my squat. I could go lower, but it's okay to stop right here. When I'm here, I want to make sure my abs are still on, like I said. This is going to keep my back flat. It's going to keep my chest proud so that I'm upright the whole time. If I start to lean forward, then that can put me in my toes. And I don't want to be in my toes. I want to keep my weight in my heels to protect my knees. So, I'm here, abs are tight, chest is up, weight is staying in my heels. As I'm coming up, I want to make sure that I'm pushing my knees out, not letting them fall in. So I'm pushing through my heels, keeping my knees out, coming up to a standing position. To make sure to stand up all the way, I want to squeeze my butt at the top, hips are completely open. And that is how you do an air squat.